Imagine walking through a park. A crow sees you. Nothing unusual. But years later, a young crow you've never seen before suddenly starts yelling at you. Then another joins. And another. How do they know who you are? The answer is unsettling. Because crows don't just remember human faces. They teach their children about them. And some scientists believe this knowledge can survive for generations. Chapter 1. The face a crow never forgets. For most animals, humans are just part of the environment. But crows are different. They study us, watch us, analyze our behavior, and store information about individual people. Scientists discovered this in a famous experiment. Researchers wore specific masks while capturing wild crows. The birds became stressed and associated those faces with danger. Years later, the same masked faces returned. The crows immediately recognized them. They screamed, mobbed, and warned other crows nearby. But something even stranger happened. Young crows that had never experienced the capture also reacted with fear. They somehow knew those faces were dangerous. Knowledge had been passed down. Chapter 2. The Crow Classroom. Young crows spend months closely observing their parents. Everything becomes a lesson. Where to find food. Which areas are safe. When to avoid predators. And which humans can be trusted. When adult crows encounter a threatening person, they often produce alarm calls. These calls act like warning broadcasts. Nearby crows pay attention. Juveniles watch carefully. They learn. This face equals danger. The process resembles human social learning. Instead of discovering threats through direct experience, young crows learn from older birds. This saves time. And it may save their lives. Chapter 3. The Language of Warning. Crows possess one of the most sophisticated communication systems in the bird world. Their calls aren't random noise. Different sounds can communicate different levels of threat. A harmless passerby, a dog, a hawk, or a specific human. When danger appears, crows gather. Soon dozens may join. Scientists call this mobbing behavior. But mobbing isn't just defense. It's education. Young birds witness the event. They learn who deserves attention. Every encounter becomes a lesson. Every alarm call becomes information. Chapter 4. The Family Memory. Here's where things become truly fascinating. Researchers noticed that recognition of dangerous humans can spread beyond birds that directly experience the threat. Young crows inherit information through observation. As they mature, they continue responding to the same threats. Then they teach their own offspring. A chain of knowledge forms. Parent to child. Generation to generation. The original event may be long forgotten by humans. But within the crow community, the memory remains alive. It's almost like a cultural tradition. A story passed down without words. Chapter 5. Good humans are remembered too. The relationship isn't always negative. Crows also remember kindness. People who regularly feed crows often become familiar figures. Some birds even leave gifts. Buttons. Coins. Shiny objects. Tiny offerings that seem almost impossible to explain. Scientists debate why this happens. But one thing is clear. Crows distinguish between individual humans. Not all people are treated equally. To a crow, you have a reputation. Chapter 6. A City of Watchers. Modern cities have become giant crow classrooms. Thousands of birds observe human behavior every day. They learn traffic patterns, recognize schedules, understand routines. Some crows even use moving cars to crack nuts. They place nuts on roads, wait for vehicles to crush them, then retrieve the food when traffic stops. This level of problem solving requires learning, observation, and teaching. Each generation inherits knowledge from the previous one. Cities are not just places where crows survive. They are places where crow culture evolves. The next time a crow watches you from a rooftop, remember this. You may not be looking at a simple bird. You may be looking at a creature that remembers faces, shares information, teaches its young, and passes knowledge across generations. Long after humans forget, crows may still remember, because in the hidden world above our streets, every human has a reputation, and the crows are always watching. If you enjoyed this documentary, subscribe for more fascinating stories about crow intelligence, animal psychology, and the hidden secrets of nature. Because the more we learn about crows, the more they seem a little like us.